So it's starting. There we are. Hey guys, Dice Roller Josh here with my first session as a DM. So hopefully everything goes well. As it says right there, the new DM, very fitting. I'm here today with a couple of great guys that decided to do a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition session with me, almost on the fly, basically. But I had a couple ideas in my head, so I guess I'm going to run them with them. So I'm going to have them plug in their channels if they have any channels, and then introduce their character. So do any of you guys have a channel, a YouTube channel that you can plug or introduce?
Actually, yeah, I do. Brack Orwin. You can search it on YouTube. Basically, just search for Brack on YouTube, and you should find me. It's spelled B-R-A-C-K, just in case. Pretty much, I got a bunch of live plays up of my 5th edition campaign that I just got done running. It was kind of a short campaign, but that sometimes happens. So I hope y'all go and check that out. As always, go check out Dice Roller Josh here. Go check out the Tabletop One Shot group on Facebook. That's pretty much all I have to say. So I'm going to pass it to anybody else that might have a channel now.
I guess none of us have a channel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So go ahead and I'm gonna go from. If you don't have, do you have a channel or no?
No.
No. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go from right to left on my screen. So for introducing people. So Jim, go ahead and introduce your character.
Cool. Hi, I'm Jim. I'll be playing your neighborhood-friendly paladin of Ioun, Rupert the Merciless. He is your stereotypical geek. He's got a really short, buzzed black hair with thick rimmed glasses. He has a very gaunt face. He looks very, very thin, except for the fact that he's wearing what looks to be hand-me-down full-plate armor with a giant shield strapped to his back, a longsword strapped to one hip, and a morning star strapped to the other. He seems very inquisitive. He tends to watch more than he talks. Sometimes that will get him into some trouble, being the shield up front. Sometimes he forgets to actually jump in and be that shield, getting too engrossed in actually watching what everybody else is doing.
Coolio. So that will now pass it on to Jeremy. What is your character? Who is he?
Hello. Well, my character's a dwarf, and he's like most dwarfs, likes to fight, likes all that. But instead of being a fighter, he's a barbarian. He's shorter than most dwarfs. Stands at 4 feet tall, and being a little eager to go to battle. With the great axe and really nothing else, he's just ready to plow on through. And being the name of his clan that they gave him, Tordic Knee Slayer, a slicer, should be fun.
A lot of people will be out of commission because of the injuries to the knees. So, Jason, who is your character?
Well, that makes it a good point to bring up my guy, because mine's a halfling monk named Slick, and standing at 3 feet tall, just punches, and more punches. Used to be a former sailor, but then his crew got killed, so he's been trying to find another crew, so he joined this group.
Coolio. Now we're going on to, last but not least, Brack. Who is your character?
Today I'm going to be playing Dirk Roxley, the Wood Elf Assassin. He's recently come into town and found a job working for these guys, searching for these blight monsters. He's kind of a cocky little bastard. Very, very professional. He wields a short bow, and pretty much wears just plain leathers. They're very dark in color. He's got green eyes and very tan skin. He's actually pretty tall. He's about 6'3" and weighs only 140 pounds. So he almost looks alien when you look at him.
That will head us into our game. So you guys are basically all in this fort-like structure that is the home base for the organization that you were hired into, called the Silver Hand. The Silver Hand, as you guys know, since you've been hired by them, hunt down blight, or things like undead, werewolves, vampires, things of that nature. And they usually hire some mercenaries, but usually they like to train their own people who are passionate about hunting people. So the reason that they hired you is because they're kind of short-handed, and that led you into being in front of the office of one of the major officers of this organization, who is about to give you a task. And as you guys stand out of his office, you hear him motion, come in, open the door and come in.
Yeah, Dirk swiftly opens the door and walks into the room. He immediately puts his bow on his back because he had it out just in case somebody snuck up behind him. He didn't know what to make of the place when he first came here. And as he comes in, he looks at the man and sits down.
Yep. As you sit down, you look at this very large half-orc in black leather armor and with kind of a pipe either side going and blowing it towards your direction. What are you guys doing as he walks in and sits down?
I'm going to go ahead and follow him in. Just hands at my sides, not even hands on my weapons at the ready. I just walk in, right into the middle of the room, stand there. Not going to the side, not going to a seat, completely oblivious that I might be in anybody's way. A couple steps forward and just stop and stand there and look at them waiting.
Tordic, I guess, follows in, but he doesn't mind that he has his great axe on his shoulder, just walking in, just like, looks up, and did try to sit on one of the chairs. I don't know if it gives way because of his weight, though.
Is the orc at like a table?
Yeah, he's just sitting there and he's kind of observing you guys. And as the last of one of you closes the door, he goes, as you probably know, my name's Lork. And Lork is, you guys know, one of the higher-ups in the organization. And so just knowing this, you're probably a little bit awestruck by him, but he keeps going on. To be honest, we're a little short-handed right now. That's why we hired you bunch here. For whatever talents you have, I trust that my recruiters knew what they're doing. And he kind of looks at you scornfully, and he says, there's been a big problem towards the villages to the west. We need you guys to check it out. I'll fill you in if you're willing to, dive into some danger.
What's the pay? What's the pay for this job? It's certainly risky. From the sounds of it.
Well, seeing that a lot of us are a bit short-handed right now, and this is a major problem, I'll give you a hefty pay of, let's say, 50, 75 gold.
Each?
Yes, each. As you probably guys know, our organization has its roots in wealth.
50 seems a bit low for such a high-risk job that you need done. Seems. How about you make it 100 and I'll think about it.
100 can be done. 100 can be done for each of you, as long as you're willing, and that you come back alive.
Is there Torque sort of speaks up? Is there a lot of people to kill there? A lot of glory?
Well, if you say people, you might say resurrected people. Seeing that you guys are willing to oblige, I'll give you the rest of the filler. If you guys are familiar with the Oakwood Cemetery surrounding those villages, very ancient cemetery, abandoned, no one goes there. Seems like they've been having a undead problem coming towards their villages occasionally. We've been sent in for their call for help. Don't know what's causing it. Sending you in to figure out. You in?
Sure. I'll bring back whatever information I can for a fee, I'm sure. But if you want me to go in and risk my life, that's what the 100's for. And he extends his hand to shake on the deal.
And he kind of goes, "Oh man, it will." And he goes back to smoking and kind of blows it all in your face.
Yeah.
Rupert steps forward, looks over at Durkin and says, "Don't worry. With me around, I'm sure we'll live to have more encounters like this." Reaches out his hand to shake Lork's hand.
And he brings it out and kind of crushes your hand as he shakes, because you can tell he's a really strong guy.
Noted.
Well,
And he says, "What? Are you going to say something?"
I'm sorry. Torque just gets up, walks over, looking up. I said, "Well, if there's many to kill there, why not?"
Many undead to kill, indeed.
And being saving the people of the town. So,
Do we know if there's something controlling all these undead, or are they just out there on their own?
Well, that's the question. We don't know what's going on or what's causing this disturbance of the dead. We need you guys to figure out what it is and deal with it, and you'll get your pay.
And at this, my character's sitting there, or he's now leaning against the wall, looking at the orc. So how far away is this? How many days' journey is it?
It'll be a couple of days' journey, but I know that we can get you a ride through carriage to the nearest village of that cemetery.
Awesome. Then consider yourself recruiting Mr. Dirk here. Yeah. And he refers to himself as Mr. Dirk.
All right, Mr. Dirk. Take your party, and the carrier should be waiting outside.
Yep. And with that, I leave to go to the wagon. Not really caring if anybody else goes with him. He's just like, he's ready to go get this job done. He needs money. He's broke right now.
I'm going to go hop on top of the wagon.
Okay.
I'll go walk into the wagon. So
Rupert is going to purposefully wait until all the rest of the group leave the room first, and then follow them out, trying to size them up in front of him.
Nice. And so, shut the door. You guys are in the wagon. You are on carriage riding towards the closest village that is nearest to the Oakwood Cemetery. It's called Fornstead. And we're going to roll the trusty percentile dice. And you ride, and it goes very uneventfully, maybe only a breeze. As you ride, you notice that the main geographical area is very plain-like. And as you keep creeping towards where the Oakwood Cemetery is, you notice there's some more trees coming in, not necessarily forest, but getting close to that. And they're very eerie looking, like maybe straight out of a horror film, but just like, ugh. And it's going towards winter, so the leaves are definitely falling off a bit. But it's more closer to winter, so it's kind of ugly looking. And you get to Thornstead, which would take you a 2-day journey, which now through carriage on foot, but on carriage it takes you about maybe half of that to a third of that. And you arrive in Thornstead closer towards, a little past midday. And you guys are in Thornstead, and the carriage guy says, "All right, this is the stop. Head off."
Yeah, Dark leaps out of the carriage and looks at the driver and says, "You got us here safely. I guess we can trust you."
I'll be waiting around over here whenever you guys get back, if you make it out alive.
So this is the rendezvous?
Essentially. If you guys want to stay for the night before anything, the Silver Moon Inn over there is where I'm going to be staying.
Okay. I'll look for you there.
Do we have a contact somewhere in town that might have more information of directions or anything like that?
The whatchamacallit, the Silver Hand has contacts across the continent, and so yes, definitely there'd probably be at least one in this village. And seeing you guys would kind of be known, you probably would have been informed that in one of the Silver Hand runs a potion shop within the village itself, and you can probably head there to ask a bit more.
What time of day is it now?
It's past midday, so I'm getting towards later afternoon, so I would say about between 2 and 3 p.m.
I'm going to take the opportunity to see what I can find out about the cemetery. Trying to
So
get
I'm guessing you're going around the village, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll relay
what'd you
the
roll?
same information to the party.
Okay. What did you roll?
Let's just say I rolled terribly. Yeah, that's a 7.
That's a 7? Alright, so you ask around, and all the people are kind of like shaken as you mentioned the cemetery, because undead, they've told you that undead have visited their village, not in huge great numbers, and their town's guard have been able to take them out, but all they know about the cemetery is that it's really old, it's been there before the village has even been there, and that's all you know. Nothing else.
Okay, the last person, I start to get frustrated as I keep getting the same, "Oh, it's just been here for a long time." So, with the last person who seems shaken, I'm going to put my gauntleted hand out on their shoulder and try to calm them down. It'll be okay. I am here to take care of this problem. Let me know everything you can. And I'd like to attempt to persuade them any more information I possibly can out of them.
All right, go ahead.
That's a 20.
Oh, nice. So what you get out of this person, this person calms down and is like, well, any villager knows that it was a cemetery for old soldiers. No one knows exactly what like who it was for, if it was an army or just soldiers in general of the past. But it was here before this village ever existed, way longer before. Uh, the the zombies came. They had old rattled armor, but from what I saw at that night, but literally, I don't think you're gonna know anything much else from anybody else. That's all we all know.
He says, "Thank you very much. I'll leave you alone now. Again, I thank you." As he turns around, he's gonna reach into his sack and pull out one of his quins and pieces of parchment and write down the information he's been given.
Cool. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll be looking for a criminal contact to maybe see if they might know of a back entrance into any catacombs that might be underneath the cemetery.
All right, cool.
So that's what I'm doing. Try and stalk back alleys, see if I can see anybody I might know.
Is there any check that you have to make, or is it just automatic?
I've got one. It says I automatically have one criminal contact, but that's just in my home city, so probably I probably have to check. Probably have to do an
All right,
inside check. Probably.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay, so +3. I got a 22.
Oh, nice. So towards where more of the center of the village, where more of the trade and whatnot is going on, you see kind of a shrouded figure leaning on a table, kind of thinking to himself with a dagger in hand, kind of twiddling, and just looking at him in the past. He looks kind of conspicuous, so probably how you look, and so relating to that, you would assume.
So I walk over to him and I lean in his ear and I was like, I've been hired to do this job. Perhaps for a small fee, when I complete the job, you could give me some information that I need. Maybe tell me if there's a back entrance into the catacombs or not. And I relay everything that I've been told about where I need to go and all that, so he knows what I'm talking about.
What small fee are we talking about here?
Small what? Oh, how much? Yeah, 25. 25 gold pieces. That's the price of the information. That's how much it's worth.
And, go ahead and make a persuasion check on that so that he can be convinced.
Okay.
You still there, Brack?
He looks frozen.
Yeah, he does look frozen. I was like, it went silent. All right, as Brack is trying to convince this guy, Jason, what are you doing?
Okay, Slick is going to go try and talk to the silver hand contact at the potion shop.
All right. You go ahead and go talk to the silver hand contact. In the potion shop, you walk in, see, you probably would usually see a bunch of flax and whatnot, and you see this big beard dwarf with alchemist robes on and kind of brewing a potion. And he goes, He looks at you, just like in a signify to say hello, but like,
I tell him that we're the mercenaries that are hired by the Silver Hand to come here and deal with their undead problem. Does he know any survivors that have been to the catacombs?
well, you have some criminals that go in there every so often. they loot bodies. From what we know, they get old memorabilia of soldiers of an army long time ago exist. Don't know, no one knows which. Probably some scholar, but none of us.
Does he have any other information since he's local that might be useful to us? Known traps or anything like that?
Known traps or like what did you say?
Known traps or anything we should be aware of? Anything that we might not normally expect that he knows about.
Well, for my dealings with any criminal or anything else that comes in.
Sorry, I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Yeah, we went ahead and went on with the we were going to come back to you, but we went on with the contact.
Story.
Yeah, a little bit of the contact. We'll come back to you in a second. And he kind of says, well, from what I know that the criminals have said, that you have to be wary of some mind-boggling traps. They'll give you clues how to solve them, but no one knows if you ever dive into the catacombs of the area.
Okay. Since he owns a potion shop and we're just kind of we just started with the organization. We're coming here to help you guys out, help out this town. Is he able to help us with some healing potions?
Yes, he can, and he will. Since you guys are a part of the organization, he'll try to lend it for free, and he'll give you, let's say, he'll give you 4 potions that do 15 healing. And that's one for each of you, I assume.
Okay.
Okay, and as we do that, it is back to Brack, and your character's name is Dirk, right?
Yep, Dirk.
Yep.
And Dirk needed to make a check.
Yep, Dirk, you need to make a persuasion check.
I've got a couple of windows open. I'm finding it as fast as I can, though.
Cool.
So it's going to be a +2.
A +2?
Yeah, so I got 22. So full success.
Oh yeah, he definitely, he's like, I'll take your bargain. Us folk of ours like to make some money off of the armor and gems that these soldiers that we don't know who they are, we don't care, were in the past. They go for a hefty price. So to avoid the gates, which I've heard there's an entity that haunts it, but it's best not to avoid him. There's a little small patch or a small hill behind the cemetery. If you see that, there should be a cave-like entrance you should see. Go in there, and you should be fine. But be wary. There may be some magical things that you'll have to deal with that protect it. Haven't been in there a while. They may reset themselves. They might be destroyed. I'm not sure. It just depends.
Okay. Thanks for the info, and as soon as I get paid, I will be coming back to this town to make sure our debt is settled.
Very well. And it goes back to twirling his dagger. And Jeremy, what is your character doing?
I would figure I would go to the same place that Jason, his character, went to. What is your character's name? Jason?
Slick.
I would go with Slick to the same place. I just figured we're not fighting. I guess I'll go with you. Yeah.
All right, and I assume you guys come back together at a certain point.
Yeah, we'll meet back up at the wagon.
Cool.
When we all meet up, I hand out the potions, so we each have one.
and just have the conversation of relaying everything to each other.
Okay. So I found a back entrance, everyone. If y'all want to take it, it'll let us avoid. Apparently, there's a hefty guardsman up front, so we should be able to get in that way. I'll be able to take care of any. I should be able to take care of any traps that we come across.
Well, when we get in there, I found out that, and I pull out my note and pull my glasses up higher. Yeah, it's actually a soldier's cemetery. It's been around longer than the village and longer than anybody else can remember. Yeah, they don't know whether it's uh, a cemetery for soldiers that maybe as an unmarked grave or as they intentionally buried everybody there, but they did mention zombies. Not necessarily humans, just zombies. So we don't know really what kind of creatures these were beforehand. He rolls up his paper and puts it back in his bag.
I spoke with our silver hand contact, the dwarf at the potion shop. He said that there's some mind-boggling traps, but there are some clues nearby. That normally the criminal element are the only ones to go in there, but that's just what he's learned from them. And then he gave us some potions of healing. They heal 15, and I distribute those.
Okay. I'll take mine and look at it and laugh as I kind of stuff it in my pants, like not even tucked away safely. Like he's just that kind of cocky. So are we going to go that way, or are we going to go in the front door?
Well, it's probably approaching evening now, so we'd probably want to rest and tackle that in the morning, right?
Well, if you, I'll give you a little hint here. It may be helpful to know like what happens at night, or there might be another, possibly more zombies coming your way. Who knows? So it may be good to keep active in the night.
We should probably go ahead and head in there at night and just take out the threats as they try to leave. That's what Dirk says. Anyways.
I can see that. So that means that that way they don't invade the town at night. We can just take them head on.
And who knows? Maybe this community would have their own reward for us should we take care of the situation well in advance before they would even expect us to.
Yep.
All right, very, very cool. So I'm guessing you guys wait at the inn or somewhere until nightfall? Or what are you guys going to do?
I think we're going to go ahead and go in now since we have the information that we need. That's what I see happening. Cool. If anybody else wants to do something else, please let me know now.
That's completely viable. Is everybody going to go with him?
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
I'm on board.
Cool. So hours have passed since you guys were talking, and it's getting closer towards later evening. And so you guys are able to walk towards the area with nothing to happen yet, since it's still daylight, and hopefully no zombies have come out and done anything. And so you as you keep walking towards west of this town, you start to see this huge cemetery, which is way off in the distance, and it's humongous. Like, dang, this could be like a whole village or almost a town, city itself, just how big it is. And you see these huge gates that would lead to the entrance of it. But of course, since you guys are looking to the back, you do see a couple of rolling hills behind the cemetery in the far distance. and one a distinguishable, pretty big hill compared to those. So with that, what do you guys do?
Well, as we move closer or within sight of the cemetery, uh, I would like to be as far to the front as I can be, and I'm going to get my shoulder off my back and go ahead and put it on my right hand, and I'll go ahead and draw. I'll draw my morning star for now.
Very cool. Very
Um,
cool.
Dirk's gonna say, "I'll take up the rear. If anything happens, I'll let y'all know. How about that? Y'all go up front."
Rupert laughs when you say that you're going to be at the rear. He's like, "All right."
Wouldn't you want the strongest set of eyes in the back, watching your ass?
You can watch my ass from anywhere behind me if you like, but the problem is didn't you say you were going to handle any traps?
Well, you better keep an eye out and tell me if you spot some.
All right. I will do my best.
Okay, I have a 17 passive perception. Is anyone else better than that?
Mine's 17 as well. So.
All right. Cool. So let's drop that dice. I cast on my left.
So I guess that means I'll be in the front then, since I have pretty good eyes.
I've got a
Cool.
15 as well.
Cool.
Okay, then, Jason, you're back in the back with me.
So you guys go ahead and head around the cemetery, if leading to that extra entrance. And by the time that you get to the extra entrance, it's early evening. The light is basically gone, and with a passive perception of 17, as you get towards this hill, you don't hear sound necessarily coming from what looks like to be a cave that you guys are seeing. It's getting dark, but so it's getting a little harder to see, or pretty hard to see. But off in the distance, you kind of hear a sound that's going, but it's pretty far.
So, is it more than 60 feet away?
Yeah, it's somewhere probably deep in the cemetery.
Okay.
So you guys are able to hear it.
Yeah.
Is the cemetery have high walls?
It has somewhat higher gates, but as you guys kind of went around, you saw that there was some parts that were kind of broken, or some bars that were slightly more bent or more spaced out, since this is a pretty old structure. So, and it's gates, by the way. It's not necessarily like a brick wall or anything. But yeah, you guys head to this hill, and just there's the cave that the criminal told Dirk about. So what do you guys do?
Onward.
Let's go.
All right.
So
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if you guys start going to this cave, you realize it's pitch black. I wonder if do you guys want to do anything about that?
I have dark vision, so I'm just like,
I do
Wait,
too.
isn't it? Anybody a human or anything?
Damn, I'm a halfling, so that means I don't have dark vision.
You want me to go up front? I'll go up front. I can see in the dark. Quite well, actually.
Yeah, I can too, but what do we need to do about our little friend here, about Slick?
I have
Well,
ways of canceling that out.
I have a Dungeoneer's pack. I think it has torches in it, so I can just blight my own torch.
Before he lights it, I like to get to the edge of where the lights should be and start to sneak.
Okay. Oh, you have to make a check for that, right? Or is it automatic?
I have to make a check.
All right, cool.
But got a plus 12, so
Oh yeah.
23.
23.
Yep.
All right, yeah. You sneak into the shadows, just on the edge of the light, not to be seen or heard. And so, if you guys keep continuing down into this, what looks like a dugout hole, probably from shovels, and you finally get to what looks like stone and just fallen brick. And when you get into there, you see this mass array of tomb and dead bodies, laying in these catacombs.
We can see the dead bodies.
Oh yeah, you can see the dead bodies. These guys aren't moving, but you see the dead bodies.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my divine sense, one of my divine senses for the day, and that lets me know the location of any undead within 60 feet until the end of my next turn.
All right, cool. And so, so that was just automatic, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. And so you start heading in there, and soon as you get maybe what seems like 10, 20 feet within this mass array of catacombs, you start feeling this dark sense coming about you, like not too far ahead.
Is it like I can also sense if it's been desecrated or consecrated.
Desecrated or consecrated? What's the difference?
Consecrated just means it's been made magically into a holy area, and desecrated is made magically into an unholy area.
It is. I'm going to say it is desecrated.
Okay.
Cool. So, as this narrow path of this mass array of catacombs starts to open up into this much larger room, full of probably a little bit more of pots and some jewelry and whatnot, that probably some of the criminals missed as offerings as you look into this light. You guys hear, with your passive perception, hear some shuffling around you, and you see, if you look around, you see these undead off the wall start to creep up, and what do you guys do?
What kind of undead are they?
These guys are slightly armored. They look like if they were like soldiers and they were buried with their armor and whatnot on, and
Zombies or skeletons?
More decaying flesh, and there probably are a couple of skeletons with them.
Okay. I make sure that the group knows that these are coming around and that there's something bigger ahead of us.
Are they all in front of us?
They're all around you. It's in this room.
Dirk's being sneaky currently, so he's not going to say a word. He's already probably picked it up that they're moving about, and he's just waiting for somebody to engage or for them to continue, or for the party to continue on. He's got his bow at the ready.
Alrighty. I'm assuming that. Jeremy, you're going to say something?
No, keep going. I was just going to say I got my axe ready, so.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And so these guys start to creep up, and there's about maybe 8 to 10 of them. You're not really too sure, but more on the side of 8 coming at you, and that starts combat. So, guys, roll initiative.
I have 11 for Slick.
Cool.
9 for Tordick.
That was a 9.
Yeah, a 9.
Cool.
With my whopping -1, I have a 16.
Perfect.
And I have 12.
12. Okie dokie. So this is how the order's going to go. It's going to go Rupert first,
Okay.
then Jason. Were you the 12? So it would be Slick 12. So Slick next, I believe.
I was the
Then
11.
oh, you're the 11? Oh, never mind then.
Dirk
That
is 12.
Dirk is 12. Okay, so then it'll be Dirk, then it'll be the zombies, and then it'll be everybody. And then it'll be Slick, and then Tordic, if he was the 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Cool. And so you see these decaying flesh, and maybe two skeletons coming towards you guys. And let's see here, Rupert, you have the first opportunity to do anything. What do you do?
How many of them did you say there were total?
About, let's say, 8, 6 zombies, 2 skeletons.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cast Divine Favor as my bonus action. For the next minute until the spell ends, I do an extra D4 radiant damage on a hit.
Very cool, very cool.
And how close are they to me?
Let's see. This room is about, you would say, it's a good size, so maybe 30, 40 each going way. And they're coming at you maybe about at 20-ish feet right now, but they're going to close in very soon.
So I could move up to them and attack?
Yes, you can move up to them and attack.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and go running up to one of them. And I'm going to, let's say I've got a zombie in front of me. I'm coming up for it, and I'm going, and shield in front of me. As I move the shield out of the way, I backhand right into its head. Yeah, except I don't hit its head, unless I'm amazing at this hit. Does a 15 hit it?
Actually, it does.
Boom! I'll take it.
All right, how much damage?
That's going to be 8 piercing damage and 1 radiant.
1 radiant. So you hit into this one zombie, and his head you kind of see that his jaw is more broken, I guess. As he pulls back, and he kind of shakes it off, and he's going to come to try to get at you his next turn.
Got it.
All right, and that leads on to the next guy in order.
You made a friend.
Dirk.
So I see the paladin make his move, going on his mark. I'm going to go ahead and try and shoot at this guy. That I should have advantage on this roll. Yep. So a 16 would hit that guy that he just hit, right?
Yes, definitely.
Just rolled a second one to see if I critted or not, and did not. So 5d6 damage.
5. Oh, dang.
23 damage as I let loose an arrow into this guy that's standing in front of you.
All right. So as he comes back to try to strike him, you pull this arrow and describe how you obliterate the zombie.
So seeing my friend in danger and now making an act to protect himself against it, Dirk simply has his bow ready and lets loose the arrow, and it goes flying, soaring perfectly and precisely into the foe's head and kind of sticks through.
And the zombie lifelessly flops over, and he's dead. And that leaves 5 more zombies and 2 skeletons still alive. That leaves the zombies and skeletons' turn.
I'm no longer hidden, by the way, so if one wants to come after me, they can.
Okay, so there's going to be another one going after Rupert, a little bit behind the first zombie. and he does not. He tries to swing at you, and he goes way wide, very clumsily. Let's see here. Then there's going to be one going after. Let's see here, Slick, right to the side of him. Okay, I have to look at this real fast. Does a... I'm guessing a 19 hits.
Yeah, because I have an 18 AC.
Alright. So, let's see here. That will be 3 damage. He rolled very low. And he swings at you and goes across your chest. Then about, let's see here. 3 got the, by shooting somebody and getting out of the shadows, you caught the attention of 3, Brack. So,
Kick ass.
so 2, you're going to get 2 zombies on you and 1 of the skeletons. Let's see here. Come on, zombie. Come on, zombie. I'm just going to assume that didn't hit because that was an 11 plus modifier. It's not going to do much. I don't think I really have one. Let's see. 11, 12. Your AC is... And one more. Yep. So they try to swing at you each, but each of them keep missing each time they swing at you. And one's going to go at Jason's character, which is, I believe, Slick. Oh, did I already announce him, or is that it? Or Slick's not been attacked?
You've attacked me with 1. I don't know how many's left.
Okay, I think 1 more skeleton is left. So, let's see here.
So is that 2 skeletons on me, or a skeleton and a zombie?
That is... I meant to go evenly across you guys. So if I didn't attack Jeremy, it's on Jeremy now.
Yep. Attack me.
But I'm guessing that it does not hit Tordic because you have a high AC. So no, it misses Tordic.
We have 15.
Yeah, it misses Tordic.
Okay. And can I just say so, just out of effect? You call that a swing?
Okay, Slick, it is your guy's turn. What does he do?
So how many do I have? Did I just have the 1 in front of me then?
Yeah, you just have the one in front of you. Sorry, I got them mixed up.
Okay, I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack the one that's in front of my face then.
Coolio.
So here comes a flurry of punches. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, a 17 does hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, so do you want me to roll the d20 for every punch, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the first one does... First punch does... It's... You don't include... Do you include your proficiency bonus in the damage as well?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so that's my dex bonus, my proficiency bonus. That's I have a +9 on all of my punches then. So that gives this first hit is a 14.
Hits.
Is he still standing?
Let's see here. How much damage is that?
14.
14. You see here. You punched into this guy. What was that? About 2 times, and right into the chest, and he goes, "Ruh, ruh," and he falls over.
Yeah, that was the amount of damage for just 1 punch. So what I was wondering is,
so one punch does it.
So I can punch him, move, and then since I have like the bonus action punches, punch a different one.
You can if you want to. I'll let you do that, and that'll be it.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up and attack a different one then. 11.
11 doesn't hit.
Okay.
And so you swing and barely miss the zombie across the head. All right, and that gives us to Tordic. What are you doing?
And there's a skeleton in front of me, right?
Correct.
I go like, well, I'll show you how to hit like a real dwarf. How does a... Let's see. Does a 17 hit for the first one?
Yes, it does. Roll for damage.
Okay. The first one damage will be 24.
Oh, okay. So, let me quickly check on my zombie here, or my skeleton. All right. So,
Oh,
you,
and
what was the damage for that?
damage was 24.
24. So, as it's a great axe, right, or something?
Yeah,
Like this?
great axe.
So you swing and go across the guy's neck bone, and it just pops off, and the skeleton drops to the floor dead,
Okay.
lifeless. And that will.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I guess my move action will get up to the group, I guess, to combat the other zombies.
All right, cool.
When I just go like, save some for me! I want to get them!
All right, so that leaves that many skeletons down and zombies down for the fight. Let's see here. So that leaves us back to Rupert. What is your character doing? Oh, you're muted, by the way.
There's one
There
that's
you go.
on me, but there's 3 on Dirk, right?
There's one that I killed
yeah.
on you.
Right. There
Yeah.
were 2
One
on me.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's one more that came right behind that guy.
Okay, and there's 3 on Dirk, right?
Yeah, 3 on Dirk because he got the attention as he came out of the shadow.
Can I make it to Dirk?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the attack while I move away from this one. While he
All right,
attacks
cool.
me.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to make my way over to one of the baddies that is on Dirk. So if you want to go ahead and take your attack on me, you can.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Oh, okay. With the bonuses, that is over your AC. So that's
Cool.
about a. Yep. So the zombie comes over and swipes at you, and he hits you for 7 damage.
Look out. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just attack the closest one I can get to that's right up against Dirk. Coming up, swinging that mace square at this zombie, or that Morning Star. Yeah, I rolled a 19, so that's a 26.
Oh yeah, it's a definite hit.
It's going to be a whole whopping 7 piercing and 4 radiant.
And this is on a zombie.
Yep.
So you fling this Morning Star, and tell me how it sinks into the zombie and kills him.
As it comes up, I hit it square under the jaw, and it's stuck under it, and I have to rip it out. And when I rip it out, the jaw comes off its head with the Morning Star.
Nice. And as it rips off, the zombie kind of goes "Rah," and stumbles to the ground, lifeless. That leaves
Cool.
2 more on him, and I believe 1 skeleton is still up. And so with that, we go on to.
I've got a second
what is
attack.
your character doing?
I've got a second attack.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I forgot about that. It's a feat,
That's all right.
right?
As I pull it out of its head, I'm going to use the same momentum to swing at the next one.
All right, cool.
And that's a 17.
That is a 17. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Sweet. That's going to be 12 piercing damage and 2 more radiant.
Oh yeah, you kill the zombie. So as you was this with your mace?
Yeah,
your
with the
Morning-
Morning Star, yeah.
Morningstar? All right. So describe to me how you kill that zombie, and now get that guy out of the fight.
With that next hit, I come down, swing it, break it at its knees, and as it starts to fall, I give it one big good club to the back of its head. And so now I've got the head on one side of the Morning Star and the jaw from the other one stuck to the other side of the Morning Star.
Nice.
And am I within 5 feet of the third one?
Let's see. So, did we? I thought. Okay, one of you guys is attacking one of the zombies on Dirk, right? That's not Rupert. If I'm right or am I wrong? I'm guessing the silence means I'm wrong. So, yeah,
I
there's.
kept tried to punch one of them, but I missed. I don't know if that was the one's near him or not.
Yeah, the one that's alive is the one you missed. So yeah, there's one more on him.
Okay. I want to shove the other one away using my Shield Master technique.
Go ahead.
Cool. Is that a maneuver, or is that just a...
I'm gonna say it. How are you trying to shove them away? Are you trying to move up and go?
Well, I know that Dirk is one of those ranged guys, and it's a whole lot harder for him to shoot when he's within melee, or so I assume. And so I'm trying to back this guy off of him so he doesn't have to do anything special to start taking off shots at this guy.
I'm guessing if you're moving over and trying to push him like that, I'll say it's a maneuver.
Cool. It just says here under Shield Master that if you take an action on your the attack action on your turn, I can use my bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of me with my shield.
Nice.
So, how do you want to rule that?
I'm gonna make it. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to have you hit for that since you're technically taking a move action to do it. So I'm just gonna say you'll automatically hit him, and I'm gonna roll. I'll roll D4 for you just to see how much damage that gives. Right. And so he takes about 4 damage as you push him away, and he goes, but he's out of range, but he's going to try to attack you the next turn. And so that leaves us to the zombies and the skeleton that are left. There's only 2. So you guys have been killing them. So +4, that's a 14. He takes a strike at you, but he only scrapes the shield. And the skeleton that was chasing you is going to try to move up in like very stick-like fashion and swipe at you too.
Okay.
And he misses as well. And so
Cool.
that leaves us to Slick. What are you doing?
Slick? You mean Dirk?
Oh, Dirk. Sorry, yeah. I had it messed up in order.
Okay. Seeing all this go down, Dirk just kind of ducks, takes a step back using his move action, and I'm going to use my bonus action to try and hide. Well, there's one. No, yeah, I'm going to try and hide again. That's what I'm going to do. So I need to roll that, I guess, as a cunning action. 21.
Oh yeah, you go back into the shadows.
And for my attack action, I would like to move another 5 feet so it doesn't know where it's coming from, and pop off a shot on him.
Cool. And are you
That
aiming?
last one.
Are you aiming towards the last skeleton or the last zombie? The zombie's in front of Rupert, but the skeleton's right behind him, coming toward, just try to actually take a swing at him, but missed.
Yeah, I'll just aim at the one that the zombie that had jumped me before.
Okay, so you go ahead and roll.
Um, 23 to hit with advantage because I'm hidden again.
Yes, you do hit. So roll for damage.
20 damage.
You shoot this arrow off. It sinks into the zombie's head, and he just flops over and he's dead. And this
Mhm.
goes on to now it goes on to Slick's turn. I actually think I forgot to put your turn in front of the zombies, but my bad.
The zombies didn't do much anyway, so I don't think it caused much.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna punching fury. So for the first punch, it's a 19.
It's
Deals 8 damage. Second punch.
Sinks in, doesn't kill him, but sinks in.
Second punch is an 18.
Oh, okay. So to hit?
An 18 to hit.
Yep, it is.
Deals 9 damage.
Let's see. So your first one was 8.
Yeah, 8 and then 9. So 17
All right.
total.
Yep. As you do the first punch, you feel some bones just chip away at the power of that. But as you do your second punch, it goes straight into his chest, and he just shatters, and he's to the floor. And all the zombies and skeletons are dead. You're out of combat.
I'm trying to recover the arrow from the one's head.
You do so.
How? I'm going to use my divine sense again, and
Okay.
I want to know if I'm checking basically to see if that big whatever it was ahead is still there, or if there's more here.
All right. So you cast divine senses, and you try to feel this. Catacombs is humongous, and like if you're trying to feel within the catacombs, you do not feel a sense, but above you feel that there's some disturbance above your heads, but it's way above your heads, and it's not going to be anything you're going to deal with.
Oh, so it's not in the catacombs? It's like it's above the catacombs?
Yeah, it's above the catacombs.
Cool. With that, then I'll go. Gentlemen, if you'll come over here for a minute, I want to tell you a story about something real quick.
Okay.
And anybody who can get within the sound of my voice,
I get to you.
for the next 10 minutes, as long as you stay and you listen to me, you are going to gain 13 temporary hit points until your next short rest.
Cool.
So you're chanting for 10 minutes, and then we get those hit points afterwards?
Yep. Temporary hit points. 13. Go for it.
So just give us a little example of what you're saying to everybody.
There was this story of a man who was the child of a werewolf and of a human. He was raised by his werewolf mother. The werewolf mother ended up killing her father, took him into the woods, and raised him as a wolf. But the son found out that he would never be able to train. One day he received a letter from a group of educators saying they wanted him to come and work with them and let them find out about what happens to his kind of people, because he's not the only one. He is not some half-breed. He is what they are starting to call shifters. And these shifters have this ability to tap into this primal power deep inside of them. Some can call on a power of a wolf for more speed. Some can call on the power of a tiger for more strength. This man's name, this shifter's name, was Kelku. And he decided that he didn't want to deal with any of it. He would rather spend his days in the woods. Now, Kelku was not a very patient person. Is very much like any other junior high boy you would know. Very impatient. He didn't have much schooling. He didn't want to sit and wait and watch for the prey. In fact, he liked to chase it. He loved it when the deer ran. Yes, it made the meat worse, but it was much more fun. And he would chase them. At his hips, he had quivers full of javelins, and he would run full on, full speed, throwing the javelins from his quivers, backhand. When he couldn't catch up with it, he felt this primal urge inside of him, and he called upon the wolf for his speed, and he would run down on all hands and feet, going faster and faster and faster, until finally he was close enough to pull a spear off of his back, leap up into the air, and ram it into the deer's heart with so much momentum going through it that he pierced it clean through, and the deer's body skids until it runs into a tree, and he can give it one final twist. Gentlemen, let us be like Kelku this evening.
Awesome.
But
I want
hopefully
to
we'll
give him
stay close.
inspiration for that, but I'm not the GM.
Oh yeah, you guys. For that description, you all get inspiration. Add 1 inspiration to your sheets there. That was awesome.
And
Wow.
13 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Dirk shakes his head at all the nonsense, not really knowing much about it, but he seems happier now.
Tordic, just like, I want to meet this dude. I may not catch up with them, but yeah.
Okay, let's go through this other door over here. I slink back off into the shadows. Do I need to make another check?
If you want to, yeah, I'll just say you automatically do since you had some time to, adjust yourself. And so, you go through this door, and all you see is like a dusty, like empty room. Well, what seems like an empty room, but to anyone that can see across the hall, you see that there are, some pits that you would put fire into. And maybe, like, if you look around, there are some, cups with oil in it. And at the very center of this room is this tablet. And it's just sitting there. So what do you guys want to do?
Cups
There
with
doesn't-
oil? You said cups with oil in them?
Yes, cups with oil in them.
Is it like a cup that I can pick up, or is it part of some kind of stand or the wall?
To interrupt,
Sorry.
I would like to look around for traps in this room.
Okay, go. It's a detect trap, or what is it? Detect trap is Pathfinder, but what is it?
I think it's a perception roll.
Yep. Or passive perception of 17, whichever you would prefer.
See, well, with the 17, I want you to roll to see if you can find something a little extra. But with the 17, you don't feel that it's a trap necessarily, but it's definitely something that's hindering your way from getting somewhere else.
Oh my God! I'm not even lying here. I'll show you. This is copy and pasted from the dice roller, just in a matter of seconds.
Oh my God! 27. With the 27, with the 27, your guy goes around the walls trying to feel for traps, and maybe kind of knocks. And as you go across the room between these two pits that may have held fire or something else a while back ago, you kind of knock, and you hear it being more hollow than the rest of the area, and it doesn't seem like a trap, but you notice that this is where the doorway that you need to go through is.
Okay. So it's not trapped.
It's not trapped, but it's definitely your entrance to the next place is getting blocked.
Is it possible to read the tablet without picking it up?
See here. There's dust on it, and it's kind of old, so you can try to blow it off and stuff, but if you don't want to pick it up or anything, so that's how you can read it. You just have to blow it off.
I kind of step out of predator mode, and I'm leaning against this wall so we don't lose track of where it's at.
I think Jim was doing something before the trap check, so I
So
don't
yeah,
want
he
to
was.
step on his
Sorry.
toes.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that, Jim.
that's all right. I'm just curious if this cup of oil is able to be moved, or if it's in more like
You
a
can
dish that's welded down or is too heavy to lift.
no, you can move these cups of oil.
Okay, cool. Right now, I want to. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm going to take out one of my flasks. I'm gonna pour out my flask on the side, and I'm gonna pour the oil into the flask.
Cool. You do that.
And for your knowledge too, off on the side, on the chat, I found the rules for shove.
Mhm.
So all the rules for shove is that it's my athletics versus the enemy's athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Oh, okay.
And if I win, I either knock it back 5 feet or I knock it prone.
Cool. Well, I'll make sure to do that next time.
Okay, then while he's pouring out the flasks, I blow on the tablet and try and see if I can see any text.
You do, and what are your languages?
I forgot to write that part down. Just a second.
Well, I'm just wondering because I know it's like you'll have the common language.
It's just common in halfling.
Okay. Well, you wipe it off and you look at it and you know it's common, but maybe like a older version of common. So it's kind of a little harder to decipher. But if you look closely enough and try to make context clues, you see that it reads out the warmth brings out the life in dead. That's what it reads.
The warmth brings out the life in the dead.
Yes.
And there are how many flasks? Or how many goblets of oil?
There's a couple of goblets of oil. There's the holders of what would be a major what would hold, like flame. They're not necessarily torch holders, but bowls in front, because you kind of assume, and that's in front of the area of where that doorway is supposed to lead off to.
Okay, so it seems like we're supposed to pour the oil into these and light them up. Anybody else disagree?
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
I'm good.
Before y'all do that, let me step into the shadows.
Yeah, be safe.
Okay, so I try and conserve as much oil as possible and start a fire in each of the little pillar things.
I do not use the oil I put in my flask.
Duly noted. So you light up these fires, and you see that the smoke rises up. And if you ever looked up, there were small cracks in the floor above, and you see it kind of glow a certain red. And as it does that, where the area of the door was supposed to be glows red and slowly shifts down. And as you see that, you see this these steps that these old crude steps leading out into a kind of triangle, not a triangle, a rectangle exit to the surface.
So it's leading upstairs?
Yes, it's leading up to the top.
Being right beside the door, I would like to step through and see what's on the other side. Since I am stealthy, find out what's on the other side. Other than
on the top, or like where?
in the room that I guess it exits into or whatever.
I'm going to give Tordic an elbow and say, "Why don't you go with him? There might be something to kill."
Maybe. And Tordic plops his axe onto his shoulder. And just strolls upstairs.
Nice. All right. As you go up and go to where you were, if you kind of look around, you see that the place it exited to was a mock grave, but the tombstone is like very crumpled and old and not readable. And if you peer your head around, not being noticed, you see a lot of zombies, but it doesn't seem like they're noticing you, and it actually seems like a good amount of them are walking towards a certain direction.
Is that the direction of town?
When Torta gets up behind... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jason. Sorry. What'd you say?
We're just asking if the direction they're all walking is towards the town we're trying to save.
Well, as you know, a good amount of them are walking towards one direction, and maybe a couple of them are like seeping out and exiting confused like out towards other directions. You know, where those bars and whatnot were pulled open. They're going through. But these guys are heading just somewhere towards the center of this whole graveyard, that you would assume. And if you look that way and roll a perception check, I can possibly tell you what that is.
So as Torta gets up there, I'm just gonna duck back down and kind of elbow him as he passes by, or try to, but I have to lean so low, you know. So I just kind of pat him on the head and whisper to him, "There's quite a bit up there. Perhaps you should go first." I don't know where they're going, but they're going somewhere. Do you want me to go check it out? Tordek? Did we lose Tordek?
Nordic. Jeremy.
Looks like we've lost him.
Okay. I had myself muted. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, there you go.
I go like, hey, so do you want me to pull them here? Maybe cut their knees off?
Do you want me to go ahead and look and see where they're going, or do you want to go in there and see how much attention you can draw?
Me to find how much attention I can draw.
Okay. Do it your way.
Hey, Monkey Boy, have we gone up yet?
What?
Jason, have we gone up yet?
If they'll move out of the way, they're still up there at the entrance talking.
Oh,
I
I thought they went up the stairs.
They did. Us two are up the stairs. You two are not.
Okay, yeah. When you guys head up there, I head up because there's no point in waiting down here with the corpses.
Okay. I'm gonna follow you behind and try to shut the doors behind us.
Okay. And I just say to Derek, I said, better focus them here than have risk going to town.
Yep. I'll let you go, and then I'll stay in the shadows.
And I just go up and start trying to get their attention. Hi, you dirty zombies! Come over here so I can cut off your knees.
And as you shout this, they're kind of going, and some of them don't even notice like that you're there. They're like in a trance, and these guys are still going towards the center.
How far are they?
There's quite a bit of them all around. So maybe the closest one to you is possibly 20 feet. You can still try to get their attention. It may be harder though because they're in this weird trance.
Could I try to throw a rock if there's any beside me?
Let's see here. So yeah, you can. There's some rubble. Maybe pull parts of the tombstone that are they can possibly throw.
Yeah.
Rubble.
You want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for see how you hit the zombie.
Okay. Would a 12 hit it?
A 12 would just hit it. So you hit the zombie and roll for damage. By the way,
Damage is how much?
Probably a
I'm going.
D4.
Yeah, D4.
Okay. 1 point of damage.
So you knock him on the head, and he kind of goes, and he kind of looks towards you, and it's dark. He can't see, so he's gonna try to perceive where you are. And with a let's see here, a 14, he may be able to pick out a silhouette, but he's not sure. So he's gonna kind of stumble along to see what hit him.
I just look to the others. I'm like, zombies are not intelligent.
Well, if he saw the way we took out that last room, he might be smarter than you think.
Yeah.
Zombie play stupid. They leave me alone.
When he gets up next to me, I basically ready to attack when he gets up next to me.
All right. So this zombie is stumbling, and he comes in within 5 feet of you, and then he looks as he was looking straight above you, and now he sees you, and he's gonna start walking up and try to attack you. And as you're about to ready to attack, he leaves out a big and other zombies catch by his attention. So go ahead and roll for your attack, by the way.
And I didn't mention this before on my other one, but I'm going to always try to say that I'm doing the Great Axe, Great Weapon Mastery in every attack since that. So here it goes.
So you only get +3 to your attack. If you attack recklessly, you get advantage.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. So here it goes. Ooh. Does a 22 hit him? 21?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Roll for damage.
So a 24 damage.
All right, 24 damage. Describe me how you kill the zombie, like just obliterate him.
I basically go like, you are sure not very smarter than me. And I swing at his knees, cutting him loose, and poke him to make him fall backwards.
And as you swing at his knees, he falls backwards, and like probably there's a rock right behind him, and he lands, and it just sinks in, and he is dead. And these other zombies may have like noticed and turned back, but as you were in that commotion, it seems that a good amount of them have gone towards that center area.
So can we do a perception check to see if we can see what it is they're going towards?
Yeah, please do.
We got an 11.
11. Anybody else?
14.
19.
There you go.
19. Okay. With that 19, you see what looks as a dark figure, but what looks like might be a church where they're going to.
Okay. When I see this, I lean down a little bit to Tordek and say, "You're horrible at getting attention." And he starts to make his way towards the area where they're all at.
I follow.
I follow.
How are they following me? I'm not. They can't see
No,
me.
as me, you said. I thought you said going to the church.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Unless you're going stealthy.
I'm stealthy.
Okay. Then
Okay. Well, do you at least tell us that the church is over there?
Yeah.
Okay, then I head to the church.
I'm basically like, I'm going to cut some more knees off.
I'm following with my Morning Star and my shield still out.
Very cool, very cool. So, you guys go towards this church, and you see this bizarre sight. All around the church, you see, well, some have scattered off and gone towards probably where the villages go in the confusion. These guys are in this, like, weird trance where they're just kind of going back and forth, staring at this church. Basically not even noticing any of you, unless you probably gave some grave attention to yourselves, in which they would probably come at you. But they're just surrounding this church. But
We should totally smack these zombies.
yeah.
Do we want to?
It's probably not a good idea because there's a lot. Like, I mean, when I say a lot, this place is big. These guys were soldiers. You see this strange armor. And in fact, seeing that strange armor, hey, someone give me a history check.
Not me. What about the paladin?
It's just a basic intelligence roll for me. So it's
All right.
going to be, what's a history score? 15?
All right. So you have slight knowledge of what these guys are. From what you've read in textbooks, so what these people may have never heard of, the Florak army, maybe, possibly. Yeah, as you see, look at their armor, but you like, how does that ring a bell necessarily? Like, I remember that you remember that they kind of, there was an invasion, that there was maybe an evil, leader of some sort, but hazy, really far back.
Okay. And you did say that this leader was evil, not emo, right?
Yes, evil, not emo. He's not in
Okay.
a punk band going.
Appreciate it. Okay, good. I go, huh. I mean, I audibly go, and then I talk to myself out loud so that you guys actually end up hearing it, and I recall the information to myself, but you will all hear it. Word for word as he said it.
So how many zombies are we talking about? We talking about like 10 or 20? Like what kind of big numbers?
Maybe even 50. Like, if you try to get all their attention, hell is coming down upon you.
Technically, only 8 of them can attack me at once.
Yeah.
But
Those are pretty good odds. I'll take them.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm looking at the church and trying to see if there's a way I can get in there. See what the deal is, why they're trying to go inside the church. Do I need to make a perception roll for that or an insight check?
If you want to make a perception roll, would be better. Yeah, it makes more sense.
Okay. So I got a 19.
19. You look into where probably stained glass windows would be, and you see like this red like light just kind of emanate, just like here and there, like red light, and then it fades. Red light and then fades.
Seeing that they're preoccupied, I'm going to step over to my party and notify them that there's probably some of the source is probably within the church, and just by sight alone, I'd say the source is within this church.
You know, I have this, and I reach back into my sack and pull out the flask. I have this flask of oil that we know burns. I could rip off a piece of the sack, shove it in the top of it. We could light it on fire and throw it off to the side to try to draw some of them away from the doors of the chapel, so we can get in there.
If they're all focused on the church, so we want to just walk around them.
That would probably work. That's what I say. Good work, Rupert. Smart thinking there, buddy.
You say smart thinking, and those words, he looks at you, and you see him kind of just light up a little. He goes, "Thanks." So he reaches down, starts to pull off a bit of the top of the sack, unscrews the top of the flask, pours it down in there. Gentlemen, do we want to do this?
We might end up burning up the estate if we do this, but I can't see an easier way to get the job done.
It's already overrun by zombies. I don't think we have to worry about lowering the property value.
Nah.
It's the getting out that I'm worried about after we get what we're after.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure you can get out.
Go for it. Sounds good to me.
Let's
Cool.
do it.
I'm so the entrance that we see to getting in here is the doors to this chapel in front of us.
So you guys are more lined up to where it would be, except you're a distance away from a little bit from this circle of zombies. But I bet if you do what you're planning to do, you're definitely going to get their attention away from it.
Okay. I tell you guys, you stay right here in this position. I'm gonna go off to the side and just chuck it as far as I can toward the back side of the building to try to draw their attention.
Right
So
on.
Say what?
Right on. Should we move up a little bit? I think we need to move up a little bit, get closer, so hopefully they won't run into us. Maybe off to the side a little bit. That
Great.
way they have a clear direct path.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Sounds good. So you take over, and I'll see you on the inside. And so I start going over to the side, trying as great as I can to be stealthy. And no joke, just rolled a 20 with my disadvantage. I have a 19. Excuse
You
me.
have this-
Advantage.
You have
Oh,
that
wait.
fire right in front of you, and like, no, not even if you try to attract any zombies, they don't even see you. They just see flame.
Okay, right now, the only part that's on flame is the cloth of the sack.
Yeah.
By the way, disadvantage on my second die, I actually rolled a 19. So I've got an 18 to stealth. I'm like chink, 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 chink in full plate armor on my tiptoes.
The
I light
zombies.
that sucker on fire, and I just throw it with everything I got, trying to hit a tree to light that sucker on fire.
So you see like a very conspicuous, like ugly, scary-looking tree with wicked branches, and as it hits, it lights. It slowly just becomes one big flame, and zombies behind can kind of hear the crackle and feel the heat, or like see the light, and they get a little bit distracted from their trance, and they start motioning and dragging their feet off towards that light, like moths.
I'm gonna make sure to stay out of the way while they do that.
Nice.
Same here.
Yeah.
All right.
Once
and
they're a safe distance away, I motion for everybody to move. Kind of like, whoop. And then when they're clear, I go, okay, come on.
And when I see the three figures moving back toward the church, I'll move in with them.
Cool. All right, so I'm guessing you're all guys going in the church. Jason, let's see. So, Slice and what's the culture name? Tordic, aren't you? What are you guys doing? Same thing?
Yeah. Basically,
When they-
the group.
Yeah, when they motion us to go, follow the directions.
Okie dokie. So what? You guys go into the church, and you see that there is a emanating towards where the what do you call it? The altar would be. From right behind it, you see this glow just keep on going. This red glow and fades in and out. and then at this one point, as you guys walk in, you guys see that there's these like statues of different representing gods to appease anybody that walks in. It's a multi disciple church, and the glow just goes out and through the room and wraps around these statues and fills their eyes, and their eyes like glow this red, and they start moving, and they notice you, and they start to come at you, and that will start initiative.
Okay.
Damn it! I wish I was in the shadows.
I have a 23 for Slick.
Oh, nice.
Let's see.
24 on initiative.
24. Cool. So that was
Still beat me by 1.
So 24 was who was the 21 for? Slick, right?
Slick has a 23.
23. Okay. Who had the 24?
Dirk.
Dirk. Okay. Coming out that next. What are your guys' initiative? Jeremy and
17 for Tordic.
Alright, so Tordic has 17. And 2. That's nice.
Yeah. Makes sense with how we were all laid out, though.
He's just biding his time and waiting.
Nice. Alright, so let's see here. Here is where it is. Into initiative, they get what? Nothing. Okay. So that was to Hooper. Alright, so it's first going to go like this. Dirk, Slick, the statues, then Tordic and Rupert. Alright, so Dirk, seeing there's 6 statues that go across both sides of the aisles, and you guys are probably halfway into, or in the middle of this whole church. What do you do?
Is there a pew nearby?
The pew is on the towards where the red light is, because the you're talking. Wait, no, you're talking about pews. Sorry, I'll talk about the altar. Yeah, there's a pew near you. There's pews almost everywhere, but some of them look more decayed than others.
Okay, one of the solid ones that's close by, I would like to try and dive under it and hide.
Right. Give me a whatever check you need to make.
Acrobatics, and then a hide check.
Yes, do both, please.
That's a 17 for the acrobatics to dive underneath one,
All right, 17 does it.
and a 26 on the hiding underneath it.
All right, so you dive under this pew very, very sneakily, and silently, and you're just kind of hiding here in the darkness. And does that make your turn?
Yeah, that's completely my turn.
All right, so now we're on the Slick.
How many total statues?
6.
And are they clustered together or are they separate?
They're separate.
Okay, I have probably a faster speed than most. Well, never mind. I just run up to the closest one and start punching at it.
Punching stone.
That's what he does best. And if they've got any kind of resistance, I still have the key strikes, the key enabled, key empowered strikes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So first attack, I roll a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits. Roll for damage.
11 damage for the first hit.
All right.
Second punch, 21. To hit.
21 in 21 in total, or is that another?
It's 21 to hit.
Okay. Oh, 21 to hit. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought about damage. Ah, gosh, yes, that is.
Okay. The next damage is a 7.
Alrighty.
I've got 2 more punches.
Keep going.
I've got 28 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage.
Cool.
And 20 to hit.
Hits.
And 9 damage.
All right. So you give this barrage of fists, just hitting this statue of this kind of godlike figure, not or angel-like figure, kind of a servant of a deity, and you just keep chipping away at it, and it just looks like all messed up, but it's still barely in the fight. So that ends your turn. All right, that goes to now the statues. So definitely the one that you've been banging at is going to take is now going to try to take a smack at you basically. And I'm guessing a 9 does not do it.
That is correct.
All right, 9 doesn't do it. He tries to take this huge swing at you, and you're easily able to just duck because of how fast it is. And
I'm really short too, so you probably just missed.
Oh yeah, yeah. He just goes over your shortness, and he's very stoic. Like he's just, it looks very silently. It just looks like stone moving. And so next goes to, I would say, one of the ones closest to the entrance of the church, and he's going to come up. And I'm guessing that someone like Jeremy,
Yep.
Jeremy's character Tordic is towards the end. And he's going to try to swing at you and try to slam. And let's see here, he's going to hit you. So for damage. That is 5 damage.
Okay.
Slams at you, hits you. Then next is whatchamacallit. The other one closest to the entrance. I'm just gonna keep going fast. He's going to come up and get to the next person that's probably furthest, which is going to be Jim's character, Rupert, and he's going to try to swing at you the same, and he hits you, and and with a big thud to your armor, he gives 17 damage. And then the next one that's closest is again going to go after Rupert, since he's the closest one near him in the middle of the church that's not being banged up. And he's going to try to take a swing at you, but he just hits into the ground and fails. And then we have the ones closest to the end of the church. I'm just going to keep trying to go fast, sorry guys. He's going to try to come close up to the monk and try to grab him. But as he tries to grapple him, he barely misses because of his height and fails. And the last one comes up and is trying to get to the monk, and he does a big slam, and he hits you for a whopping 4 damage.
That's a big slam, all right.
A whopping.
Temporary hit points, guys.
Grrr.
Okay. Next.
Oh, next is sorry about that. Tordic.
Yep. The one in front of me, I'm going to do 2 strikes. And they're both going to be with the Great Weapon Mastery. So Here it goes. Nope. 2 5s.
2 5s.
That's
that's
a 8
definitely
in
no.
total on each hit, and I don't
Definitely
think
no.
no. So can the rest of my stuff can I go into rage?
Yes, that's a bonus action for you.
Yep, you can.
I go into my rage.
I'm sorry, I'm not the GM here. I keep forgetting.
So the door, as he misses, he's like, "Damn it! I'll get you! Those knees are mine."
Nice. Okay, so you miss, and now it is Rupert's turn.
And there's 2 of them on me?
Yes, there's 2 of them on you.
Got it. I'm going to bonus action put my hunter's mark on the one I'm about to attack. Let's see, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to put the hunter's mark that's on the one on my right so I can swing around and come after him.
All right.
Sweet, here we go. So, 2 attacks. This is going to be amazing. Dear Lord, please let it be amazing. Because I'll take all the help I can get. Here we go. First attack.
Don't forget, you have inspiration.
That's right, I do. Roll a 20.
Nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it like RMD20 does it. Max out your first hit dice, and then roll again for the hit dice, like you would actually roll.
So, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, and that's going to be 20 damage.
You swing across this guy's chest, and a big chunk of rock goes out, but he's still managing to, somehow keep his composure.
Good. Second attack. Is a 21 going to hit it?
Yes.
Sweet. Come on, big money. Another 13 damage.
Another third. Okay, so you go after his shoulder and you chip a good amount of his shoulder off, but he's still this guy. Oh wait, yeah, this guy is barely in the fight. Like I mean, barely. Like he's still kind of limping with his stoic nature. So
I'm going to use my move action to blow as hard as I can on him.
Okay. Is there any spell or something you can do?
Poison saving throw.
I'm going to use... No, I've already used my bonus action. Crud. Okay. So I can't use my push. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to take it and keep my shield there ready to attack again.
As you blow on him.
Yeah. Ever so gently.
That sounds a little creepy. Okay, so that goes all the way back to Dirk's turn.
Yeah, now that I'm hidden, I'm going to crawl out from underneath this pew and stand up and get my bow ready. And I think that's pretty much my entire round.
Yep. I'm gonna assume you're still hidden because they didn't know you were there, so they're more focused on others. So you can still get your advantage on whatever.
Okay.
Right, so that goes to Slick. What is he doing?
I try and finish off the one I started.
All right, cool. I bet if you do one hit, you're gonna do it.
First attack is 16 to hit.
Hits, barely, but hits.
7 damage.
So as you hit this guy's chest, it kind of cracks in the middle, and this angel-like figure splits and falls to the ground, and that is one of them down.
Okay. And then for my move, I move to a fresh one, and I use my second attack to start on the next guy. Because I get 2 attacks in a turn.
All right, cool. You go to the guy that was attacking you the other time, and you attack for roll your attack.
Okay, I'm going to do a normal attack, and then I'm going to do the spend 1 key for Flurry of Blows, so I get 2 more. So it's going to be 3 total attacks.
All right, go ahead.
First hit, 21 to hit,
Hits.
11 damage.
Cool. Keep going.
25 to hit,
Hits.
7 damage,
Keep going.
and 19 to hit,
Hits.
6 damage, and then I have the open hand technique, so because I use my Flurry of Blows, I can say that if you impose one of the following effects on that target, so I'm going to do, it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh, okay. So a dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yes. Versus 15.
Versus 15. It beats your dexterity saving throw by 17.
And that's it for my turn.
All right, cool. So you give this flurry of blows onto this skeleton, and again, this statue, and it keeps stoically, as no facial structure, you keep chipping it off, but it's still vital in the fight. So next, it will be those guys' turn. So that guy is going to attack you, surprise, surprise, with another big smack to the side. With a +5, that is going to hit with a 22, and he's going to try to knock you in the jaw for for 7 damage. Okay, and then so the other guy that it was on Rupert.
There's 2 of them on me still.
There's another one on you still. So the one that's barely alive is gonna desperately try to smack at you, but as he does, he kind of limply hits the ground, while the other one tries to do a smack from behind.
Okay.
And barely scrapes you in the back and does 6 damage. And then I believe there was, let's see here.
There was one on Turek.
One on Turek. So that guy is going to try to grab you, Turek, and hold you. And he epically fails. He's going to try, and he kind of does almost an uppercut to himself of how he fails. And then, and I believe there's one more, isn't there? Is that it? The DM can't keep track of his freaking monsters.
I think that's it, because the monk killed one.
Yeah, so that was about 5. So yeah, that is it. So on to Tordic.
Tordic, the one that just tried to uppercut himself. I'm going to hit him.
Right.
And for rage, it says you have an advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And it says you make your melee attacks using strength. You gain a bonus to damage rolls that increase your gain levels as a barbarian shown on the rage meter, but does it give any?
Like,
because
sorry, keep going. I was like, anybody who's more versed in the D&D rules, since I'm kind of more newer to it.
It will not give you advantage on attack rolls because there's a difference between strength ability checks and attack rolls.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering that. So I'm going to use.
He does have the reckless thing, where he
Right.
attacks
Yeah.
recklessly.
Yeah. So.
But that also gives them advantage on attack rolls against you. So
Yeah.
that's your call entirely.
Well, I'm going to do that because I just figured he's just pissed. So I'm going to attack, and does a 2 18s hit?
218s definitely do hit.
Okay. And let's see. Okay. Let me roll these first. Wow. Okay. One hit, the first hit will do 24 damage. The
Okay.
next hit will do max damage, which is 26.
That's damage.
Basically,
Oh.
the highest it could go with.
Cool.
I got 12 on the damage die, and plus, see, with doing reckless, do I get it on damage? Let's see, I don't see it, so nah. So okay, so about 50 damage.
50 damage?
50 points of damage.
All right. Tell me how you obliterate that statue.
Well, he's just like, he's so fierce. He basically hits the one leg and sort of comes off of it and sort of turns and tries to flip, but he just turns and sinks his blade right in the middle of the construction and just like yells.
Nice. That ends that guy's life. Now on to Rupert. What does your guy do?
Do I know if the one that fell over is out of the fight?
The what? You mean the one that was sliced and?
No, there was two on me, and one that attacked this round went to attack and just falls over.
Oh, he's not out of the fight, but he was like he sinked into the ground as he tried to hit you. But he can easily try to come back up and whack you back.
Cool. Well then, I'm going to take a whack on him.
You probably have an advantage, right? Could be stuck on the ground.
Yeah, you take it to advantage because he's like kind of stuck in the ground a little bit.
I'm okay. That's a 20.
Oh yeah, just well with max damage you already kill this guy. So just tell me how you kind of almost coup de grace, kind of like a coup de grace, but just like finish him off.
I'm going to take the Morning Star, spin it in my hand so that I've got the butt of the ball right under my hand, and I'm going to take it and I'm just going to jam it straight down with all of my force into his back. And then I'm going to take my second action and I'm going to come up from my knee and I'm going to go after the chin of the one that's still attacking me.
Nice.
And that's a 25 to hit.
Hit.
Awesome. That's going to be a whole whopping 12, 13, 14 damage.
All right. That guy really feels it as you almost uppercut him, and part of his chin flies off, but he is still in the fight.
And I'm going to use my my shield master to try to shove after hitting him to try to knock his feet out from under him with my shield arm to knock him prone.
And that is the agility check and stuff that you told me about?
Yep, you can either make athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, do whichever one's higher.
No, you make whichever one you want.
Okay, I'll do whatever one's higher.
I've got a 19 total.
That is barely going to make it. So tell me how you do that.
Cool. When I come back up, I nail him with the chin, and in the air from my momentum, I come back down in a spin, and I backhand his legs with my shield and sweep his legs out from under him.
Nice.
So I'm looking all awesome right now with the shield out and the mace or the Morning Star out on the other direction with him falling down behind me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say that does about 2 falling damage on him as he comes down.
Cool.
Let's see here. -2. Okay, that's where he's at right now. Alright, so that goes on to Dirk's turn.
Okay, now that I'm fully ready to make an attack, who's in the worst situation right now?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 3. So
3.
no, 11.
11? You kind of look blankly at everything, and it looks like almost everyone is in some sort of peril. So if you help out anybody, it'd probably be okay.
I would say.
How many are on the monk? How
Besides
many
what
are
I'm
on the
attacking.
monk?
How many are in the monk? You see, since they all took him down, there is 1 on each person.
Okay.
My turn's right after
one-
yours, so if you want to get the other one.
But the one on me is prone, so you're going to have disadvantage on your attack.
Okay. Yeah.
go for it then.
I'm gonna go for the one that's on Tordet.
I
All
thought I took the one on me down.
Yeah, I think there's 1 on me and there's 1 on Rupert.
I
So
thought
if the
there
one on
was-
me is easier shot.
I thought there was like 3 on Jason's character.
Yeah.
That was my understanding, but if not, then I'll just go ahead and
No problem.
yeah, I'll hold my action if the one that is by Rupert stands up. I'd like to make my attack on him. That's what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty. Cool. So that now goes to Slick. I believe there is 1 guy trying to get to you, or was that 1 on Jeremy's character? Sorry.
There was 1 I was fighting.
Okay, yeah. So this is the guy. Sorry, my tracking is very not great. That tracker would probably been nice.
Yeah, because I killed the first one, and then this one I attacked with the second part of my attack.
Yeah. And I killed the one in front of me.
Okay.
So that's 2 dead. Rupert killed one, right? So that's 3 dead.
3 dead.
There's only 1 left, and it's on me, right?
There was there's I think about in total there were 6. So if you guys took down 3, there's another guy.
Okay, well I'm gonna finish the one I'm on then.
All right, cool.
Oh, I rolled a 1, but halfling I get to re-roll the 1s, so I'm gonna re-roll that.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
15 to hit.
15 barely hits. So go ahead.
7 damage.
7 damage. Let's see here. So on your guy, you hit straight in the center, and you see a little crack inside, but this guy still has a little bit of animated life to him. And so, is that the end of your turn, or are you still going?
No, I still got 3 more hits I can do.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, 14 to hit.
Does not
That
hit.
misses. Okay. 24 to hit.
Hits.
7 damage.
7 damage. As you bring the second punch in, it literally looks like from that punch, that crack expands, and the guy just crumples over, and that guy's down. And that leaves 2 more now in the fight. And
Okay.
so
That's all I got.
That's all you got? All right. So now these last guys are going to make a last stand. All right. And so the one I'm gonna say that there's one behind near you, Tordik, as
Yeah.
one comes near you, tries to swing, but totally is wide, and then what does the guy have to do that's prone? Does he have to make some sort of check to see if he gets back up, or
No,
just
it just takes up more of his movement to stand up.
It's half his movement.
all right? So he stands up, and I believe you wanted to hold your action until he stood up, right?
Yep.
All right.
So as he stands up, I let loose an arrow into him.
Go ahead, roll for attack.
With advantage.
Yes.
A 22 both times, so.
Oh yeah, you hit.
And 25 damage as I sneak attack him with my bow.
All right.
As he stands up.
As he stands up, you fling this arrow and describe how it just disintegrates, basically.
This single arrow found the mark within the back of the statue easily that basically gave this thing life. And now, with ease, the arrow has scraped off the paint that kept it alive, doing massive damage to it in the process as it goes flying through and lands in the rafters.
There you are. I thought you ran away. We couldn't find you.
Crumbles in these people. Okay. And
That
then
one's on
there's,
the house, Rupert. You're doing a good job.
And so there is one last guy, and it goes to Tordic's turn. And this guy, I believe this last guy is in front of what's his face, Slick.
Inflow, Slick, how far is he from me?
You guys weren't necessarily too far away. You're all definitely within the 30 feet order with each other.
Okay, I go to the one guy left, and I attack. Doing 2 attacks with the Great Weapon Mastery, so here it goes. Okay, so one is a 21, and the other is 15.
All right, so those both hit.
Okay. So here it goes. Not much damage, but it's some. One is 17 damage, and the other is 19 damage.
Your first blow takes him out. So describe that.
Well, as I'm coming around, I'm like, take this! And it's just, yeah! Trying to cut out the knees.
It's
It's like, get it down! Now! I tried to slam my axe straight through the knees.
Mhm.
So he falls back, and as he falls, all the pews and stuff breaks him apart when he hits the ground.
Nice. And his knees gone. He topples over and he's out of the fight. That ends combat, and as you guys still look forward, that light is getting stronger and stronger behind the altar.
Okay. It's like, I get out of my rage. I'm like, man, I'm tired. How does exhaustion work? Or I couldn't find it.
There's not a rule for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count it against you.
Okay. I just like, y'all go take care of that. I'm going to sit down for a little while.
Seeing where my arrow landed after bouncing off this thing and destroying it, bouncing through it, I'm like, I'm never gonna get that one back, and I start making my way towards behind the altar.
Nice. So, what else? What are you guys doing?
Is there anything to loot in these stones? Gems or anything?
Nothing at all. It is all rubble.
Gotcha.
Is anybody hurting? Anybody been beat up a little bit?
Just a little, not just a scratch.
Are you sure?
He just shows the little snuff mark on his skin. I'm okay.
Thanks to some quick thinking, I didn't take any damage.
I think I've only taken like 13. I've still got a ton of HPs left, so I'm good.
I've taken about 30. He nailed me right off the bat for that 17, and I'm like, oh god, thanks for that 13 HP, Jim. Oh, you're welcome, Jim.
He's been pecking me for like 3s and 4s at a time, so I'm at 67 hit
Most
points.
of you probably still have temporary hit points.
Oh, I forgot about the temporary. Yeah, actually,
So all of you are like, hey, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're the only one that took real damage.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and use my lay on hands on myself for 10.
Cool.
Rupert's over there touching himself again.
Look out! It happens.
well, it's out of combat, so you could like take a short rest for hit dice if you needed it, but it's up to you guys.
But that's an hour,
Oh yeah.
so it'd probably be difficult to have to come up with an hour right now, especially where we are.
Cool. And so, it's you, Dirk, that is going towards the where the red light is coming from, right?
Yeah, definitely.
As you look at the behind the mantle or behind the podium, whatever, the altar, you see this red light make the form of like what would be like a kind of trap door kind of thing, where a handle you do see, and it's just glowing and glowing from those pieces.
I go and open the trapdoor.
And as you open the trapdoor, I'm going to roll this for this. Nope. You hear this voice going, "Yes, yes, rise." But it's kind of further away, deep in there. You see that there's stairs going in, but it's not super far away.
So sneak. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna sneak, but I'm gonna hold for everybody. Wait for everybody to catch up.
Okay.
Cool.
Ting 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 ting.
Okay. Come along.
Full plate tippy toes.
I got an 18 to my sneak to be behind these guys. Let them go first, since they're noisy.
I have an 8.
You want me to roll stealth or?
If you guys are trying to go into the area, yes, roll stealth. But if you're not trying to roll into go in, don't roll. You don't have to roll stealth.
Okay, I'm just catching up to the party, so.
I'm a sneaky dude. I can probably stealth in. I got a +9 to it.
Go ahead.
16.
16? 16 will barely do it. So as you go towards, you see that this is probably like maybe an old storage room of some sort, but it's very strange. As you see where that, towards where the red light was coming from is some dim light, where you see this man in robes, black robes, saying this and keep doing motions with his hands as this red light comes out of this very exquisite coffin.
So light's coming out of the coffin? That's the source of
Yes,
the red light?
That's the source of red light.
Get him. Let's get him. This is
I'm
obvious.
right behind. I'm right behind the noisiest person. So.
That's me.
Okay,
The guy who rolled an 8 on his stealth.
Well, so you go in and roll the nade
Yeah.
with the ching 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 ching. You kind of as this guy is going rise, he kind of goes what? And he turns around and he sees. Who rolled basically? I'm gonna say lower than a 15.
Me.
If they're going, I'm going to roll right now. I didn't think so. Yeah, yeah. A 5.
What did you make?
A 5.
A 5. So this guy goes back and he's like, "Who are you fools disturbing the power of Barris Rex?" And actually, anyone who wants to roll a history check after hearing that name.
Awesome. 10.
10. That name washes over in haze.
Wow.
Like, heard it somewhere, but you don't know where you can put the.
I'm curious now.
What
Wow.
kind of?
I got a natural 20.
Oh, dang. Okay.
The barbarian who
Yeah,
simply said he's not intelligent, just kicked all of our asses.
Which is a 19 because of a -1.
So
You get really excited, dude.
you get really excited as you hear the name Barris Rex. He was a very, very notorious like conqueror of just lands with his with a mass army, which may explain why what the people that were around him was probably his army that was buried with him when he died, and the church to give service to all the family of his army, but just a really notorious conqueror of different lands, just to that he attacked kingdom after kingdom, not really for a purpose, but just chaotically.
And I'm going like this. I think for a second, and then it takes like a minute to register. And he goes like, "Yeah, awesome!" But me and my friends need to stop you. Sorry.
And he's like, "Fool! It has already begun." And as he says that, the coffin opens wide open, and red light seeps, and it engulfs this guy, and like he goes, "Ah!" And the life force is drained out of him, and he collapses, and out of that comes this this figure in very exquisite black armor with it red glowing, and it is a skeleton, and you see like the red just kind of like red smoke going out of his eyes, and he kind of speaks in an old tongue of common, and it says, will you stand in my way as I conquer the lands once again?"
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hunter's mark, transfer my hunter's mark onto him now.
Cool.
And I just go, if I can, go into rage, and I'll be like, I would be honored to fight with you, against you at least.
Can I ready a dodge action?
As all this is going on, my character is making his way to the far corner to the right of the entrance that he just passed through.
As far away from the group as possible.
I know, right?
Let them go in and then just attack over their shoulders. That's his whole mode of operation there.
Nice.
I go into rage, and Sophia go rage.
Do you have another rage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have 3 more rages.
yeah, you can go into rage as this guy makes his threat.
Actually, can I not do my hunter's mark?
If you don't want to, yeah, I haven't made it official.
I would rather toss compelled duel onto this guy.
Oh, what does that do?
Well, he has to make a DC 18 Wisdom save.
All right. I'm going to make him his DC save the same as this creature right here. Let me just pull it up. Alright, DC Wisdom save. What did you roll?
Oh no, he just has to get an 18.
Oh, he just has to get 18? He doesn't make it.
He doesn't make it?
Nope.
Got it. He is drawn to me, compelled to by my divine command. For the next minute, he has disadvantage on attack rolls against anybody other than me, and he has to make a wisdom save every time he attempts to move more than 30 feet away from me.
So he's basically like stuck around you.
Right. If he makes his save when he tries to move away from me, then for the rest of that turn, my spell doesn't restrict his movement.
Alright. As you do that, he kind of goes out in rage, like, "Gah!" as he feels this light, because this guy was not a good guy at all. So he feels this ray of like goodness and light surround him that restricts him into this area. And he's like, "Argh," and he's going to come at you first, and that rolls initiative.
Okay. Real quick.
Rolls.
If you're going to roll high, that's the one to do it on.
Tordic gets a 20.
Nice.
That's with his modifier, so.
And real quick, I'll say, leave him to me first.
Slick's just tired. He's gonna way back.
And Tordic just looks up. You half-elves always want to take the fun out of things.
It's the only way the spell works.
Very well. But can I attack him after he attacks you?
I think you have to wait until it's up, so they're going to be locked in combat for a little bit, I think.
The way it works is that if one of you attacks him while the spell is active, then it overrides the spell and it turns it off.
Oh.
So he wants to fight and see how things go for him, basically.
Yeah.
So what if you took like a ready action and then then waiting for his turn and then you did your attack?
Yeah, we can all do ready actions against him.
Yeah, I figure my guy will be such in rage to, I guess he'll get off inside, and whatever he could break in sight without attacking him, then when he gets his chance, just lunges for him.
Darn it. Your rage, if you don't attack something on your turn, your rage ends.
Oh yeah, it ends. But
So-
if I could attack this property around him, wouldn't that?
Get
You
destructive?
attack beast. So what?
Attack. Is there stuff around?
There's a coffin.
There might be other things, like this is like a storage room, and maybe this was to like hide the actual location, or this coffin was brought here for some purpose. But there are definitely things around that are more like, oh, look, a base, or look, a embalming tool.
Could I be destructive to keep the rage up? In a sense, he wanted to fight, and the half elf is like, no, you can't attack him because the spell will go turn off.
And
Oh, yeah,
I'll take the
you
blame
can-
on this one.
You can like smash something if you want to, and like keep up the rage.
Yeah, I basically think of this. It's not really a ready action, but whenever he sees that opportunity of going, it's not doing it anymore. He just jumps at it. So.
Alrighty.
Basically, us three are ready to action against this guy.
All right. Cool.
When that effect ends, that's when we're gonna make our move. Is that right, guys? I don't want to speak for everybody.
Yeah.
I think you have
That's
to
what-
say what the ready action is, don't you? Like, I'm ready to shoot or I'm ready to smack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say it. All right, so go ahead. Let's see, Rupert, since you're gonna have to take the first attack at him.
Cool. I go before him.
Well, like, aren't you? Didn't you say to not attack any, like, let not anybody else attack him?
Right. But my initiative is before his.
Oh yeah, yeah. Your initiative went way before his. He
Oh,
won't blow.
good. Cool. I'm gonna move up to him, and I'm gonna drop a. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a third level slot to smite him.
All right, cool. Roll me attack and damage. If it hits.
Does a 19 hit him?
His AC is high. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I made it comparative to a fighter from the Pathfinder book, of like the evil fighter.
I'm gonna take my second action again, and I'm gonna drop a second level slot to do the same thing.
All right, cool.
Does a 22 hit him?
Barely does it.
Oh, losing all these slots. I'll take it though. Cool. Make a athletics or an acrobatics check. I'm gonna try to trip him.
All right, cool. I'm gonna give him maybe.
He's gonna beat me.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 1, so I've got a 9.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he beat you.
Okay. Perfect round for me to just like throw crap on the table. Let me tell
I
you.
know, right?
Only you're a halfling.
So if you guys didn't get the clue, you better roll high. All right, so that goes on to from the order of people who ready action. It's going to be Dirk now.
Did he not attack? The bad guy didn't attack?
The bad guy rolled low. He's not going to attack until before Slick.
Yeah,
Unless,
we're just
like,
gonna do the
you-
same.
you-
I'm gonna do the
Sorry, go
same
ahead.
thing every. I'm gonna do the same thing every round until the effect ends.
All right,
So I'm
how
readying my
long
bow.
your bow.
I'm readying my bow with an arrow. It's knocked. It's ready.
All right. Now the effect lasts for a minute, so that's 6 rounds, correct?
Correct.
All right. So Torque, it is your turn in the ready of actions.
Torque. I guess if it's not done, I'll continue. I'll go to smash something.
If you want to hit him, go ahead. If that's what your character would do, jump in. I just picked.
Yeah.
I could have easily just picked a bad spell to use.
No.
It would be a good time for you to use your rage.
Yeah.
Go after him, man.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, he goes right up to him and does 2 attacks. Does a 22 without the advantage of strength.
Oh, did you have advantage with strength?
The rage gives advantage, I believe.
No.
Let me look at it. It doesn't?
Not on attack.
No, your
Barely.
reckless attack is what does it.
Okay.
You take advantage for them getting advantage, basically.
If I could do that,
Take it.
actually 20. The first attack would be a 22 to hit.
22 barely misses. His AC.
Okay. And the other one would be a 23.
23 hits.
Get him.
So that is a 25 damage.
Ooh, nice. So you swing at him like you probably swing first one way to uppercut, but you miss, and you swing down, and it slashes and cuts through his armor, and he goes, "Rah!" And he's definitely going to go after you with his next
And,
wolf here.
and I just go like, "Yeah!" right up at him.
And he's going with that. He's gonna try. He's gonna as he roars, like look at you straight with his flaming eyes. And want you to make a will save, but I want
Is
you to do it at advantage.
fighting, or is this to fight?
He's just trying to intimidate you, but since you're enraged, do it at do your will save at advantage.
And just to let you know, the path that I chose, the mindless rager, he cannot frighten the barbarian. So
He cannot try to out intimidate you or something. Or what?
you cannot be charmed or frightened while raging.
Okay, so he tries his hardest with his deathly hellish look, but you are unfazed. And with that, he's going to try to swing at you. With
Because that's the mindless rager. Or mindless rage.
And he's still right beside me, correct?
he's right beside you, and right beside you. And as he came up to you to try to attack. Okay, I see it. Does a 17 hit?
Yes. And I don't know how you want to play this also. In Rage, it says resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing.
Oh, so you resist it?
Yep.
It's a resistance, not
So
totally immune to it.
resistance is half damage normally from the core rulebook, but every DM does it differently. So
Yeah, I was just going to say this before you.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say you do, since it does hit your it'll take half damage because I definitely want you to feel fear of this guy.
Cool.
So you take 8 damage from a
Okay.
slash.
I'm still at full health with 2 temporary.
okay, as he goes to slash, I'd like to use my ready to action if that's at all possible now.
Yeah, go ahead.
27 to hit.
Hits.
Not a crit, unfortunately. Damn it. Mm, 25 damage.
Nice. So your arrow sinks into his chest, and he stumbles back a little bit, but then he comes back and recompostures. And that will go to Slick Stearns. What are you doing?
Surprise, surprise! I'm gonna go punch him.
In the nads.
Falcon punch.
Call shot.
Okay, so
the nuts, man.
so if you've seen like Rocky or one of those kind of boxing movies where they're playing with the speed bag, that's what I'm trying to do to the guy.
Nice.
Because I've got 5 attacks, I've got my extra attack, and then I've got the flurry thing.
That would be.
Yeah, flurry of blows.
That's 4 attacks.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and make him.
It says beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once. Whenever you take the attack action, it doesn't call it a bonus action.
Right,
It
but
just means
that's
you can attack twice.
to attack. But and when you take the attack action, so you still only get 1 attack action, you get to make 2 attacks during it, and then if you use flurry, you get to make 2 during the bonus.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 4.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
so I'm making 4 attacks. First roll. 11, nope. Second one. 17, nope. 16, nope.
Right.
And 14. Nope. So I'm just whipping it.
Are you using my dice?
So you all miss him all across, and he just kind of moves a little bit as you do that. And see here, it is now from now we're at regular initiative. It is Dirk's turn again since we're at regular initiative.
Did we miss Rupert?
Oh, if you hold an action, does that guy automatically go before him now?
If you hold your action, or if you ready it,
Yeah.
moves your initiative to that place in order when you take your action.
Okay. Okay, cool. Rupert, your turn.
All right, here we go. 2 attacks. I'm gonna use this one to. Cool. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna drop a 2nd level slot. I'm gonna try to smite again.
Cool.
26.
26? Yeah.
I know. I'm over here going. Finally, I hit. Stop wasting these spell slots, Jim.
Well, if we did it that way, then okay, we're both right after the guy. Okay, I see. Or no, I'm right after. I'm kind of confused.
Right after the guy.
You
Yeah,
attacked
so-
on your turn, so I went off at 20 instead of.
Yeah, so.
What would happen if you ready an action, when that trigger happens, you technically would go before them in the initiative order, because the trigger caused you to do your entire turn before them.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I go after Rupert. How much damage did you do?
I did 7, 14, 8, 22, 30,
Oh, yeah. You
and
whack into this guy.
and the 7, 14, 16 of it is radiant.
Not. That's adding 16?
No, of that total,
Of the total?
of it is radiant.
Oh, cool. So that was 30. So let me add this up real fast because I know how much damage he's taking. Oh, yeah. So as you do that, he crumbles back in, but then looks up and just lets out this big, loud, loud, kind of like scream of of high pitch and tonality. You guys are probably grabbing your ears for a second, and this red light shoots out, and then if any of you guys can hear it, you hear a bunch of coming closer and closer and bigger thuds above your heads.
And do what?
And there's bigger thuds above your heads because you're under the church, but there's not thuds above your head.
Oh, okay. Is this dude still standing?
This dude's still standing.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to trip him, or use my bonus to trip him.
All right, go ahead.
So you can make your roll as well.
All right. So. Oh.
I've got a 14.
He got a nat 1, so you do it easily.
Wow.
So Barbarian, hit him. You've got advantage.
And just like he's just grinning, and he basically steps forward for one, and sort of swings down, and I guess would do a reckless attack in these sideways
Well,
motion.
you've already got advantage.
Yeah.
You've already got advantage.
Okay, so here it goes. Wow. There's one at 20.
Oh, dang. Okay, max out your hit die and roll another.
Yeah. and the other one does not hit,
Okay.
but let me look at one thing because it is called brutal critical.
Yeah, it
You
means that
get
when
an extra die determining extra damage for the melee attack.
Cool.
you would
So,
roll 2 extra d12s.
okay.
You roll
And do
two.
I add the 14 on both of them?
No.
Or
No.
on,
So you've already got a total of 12 from your one maxed out die. Now roll 2 more d12s.
okay. That is 18. That's 30 plus the 14 as a modifier,
Mhm.
which is a 44.
You have a
Oh, this guy
44.
is not looking good at all.
Four,
He's
14 as a modifier.
Is that
yeah.
for your damage?
Yep,
Really?
I was doing the great weapon.
That's awesome.
So,
Dude, you slash into him, and he is like nearly on towards the end of his glow is dimming, but you still
and,
hear more thuds coming
and
towards.
I just yell right to his face.
And as let me check how because you hear and hear the coming closer, and you see from behind you if anyone towards the back wants to make a perception check.
And
I'm under his nuts, so that's not me.
just a question. Do you want me to roll intimidation?
You can if you want to try.
I just figured with yelling, and
Oh.
that's a no. That would be a 10.
Okay, yeah, no.
But I figured since I was yelling to his face, it's just like,
Yeah, no.
20 perception.
Will say. All right, 20 perception. You
Yes,
see
sir.
from behind you as like all this is going, 4 zombies come behind you guys, and
Shut the
they will.
doors! Shut the doors! Bar the doors!
And they will take their action. Let's see here. I'm gonna see if they go after. They're gonna go right after Slick. Now so after Slick, but now it is the guy's turn. So he is going to see you guys, and he's going to come up with his weapon and speak these words of like just that emanate from his mouth. And it goes this red goes across his beam of his sword, and he's going to take 2 slashes, one at you, Rupert, and one at you, Torek, and it almost looks like a lightsaber just going vroom, vroom at it, how red it looks. And so the first one that he's trying to hit Torek is a 15. Does that hit?
Zacked on.
Zachdon?
Yep.
Crashes into your chest, and with this, he is going to roll his hit dice with a powerful attack, and he hits you for 9 damage.
Okay, that's taking effect of the resistance, or?
So with the resistance, I'm just gonna say 4 since you're resistant.
Okay.
And then same with, and then now he's gonna try to hit Rupert, and that is not gonna hit. He totally goes wide, like misses you. And so Slick, let's see if you can end this guy.
Go Slick.
What about me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, is it Dirk? Or
Yep.
Dirk?
Dirk.
When did I pass? Oh yeah, Dirk. Okay.
Yeah,
So he
Dirk
stood
goes
back
last.
up now?
Yep.
Yeah, he's still
Cool. Okay, I'm going to try and hit him with I don't know. 20 and a 10. No.
Nope.
So Dirk lets loose an arrow, and it whizzes past his head, past the foe's head, and sadly lands against a nearby crate. Lands in a nearby crate.
Mm. As you do this, the zombies come back from behind you guys and take their turns. And so,
Slick hasn't gone.
Yeah, with
so you
zombies
haven't gone
before or
yet.
after me?
I'm gonna say since they just rushed in, you're gonna get your turn right after them, but they're coming after you. So one, there's gonna be one to the furthest back people. So Dirk, you're getting a couple on you first. Does a 9 hit you? No, right?
Nope.
16.
16 will hit.
All right. And that would be this. Hits you for a whopping 1.
Holy shit.
And then, who's the next for this person? Would you guys say? Are you all three in front of his face now?
Hang on 1 second. My dogs are tearing up something.
Yes, I think I know I'm right in front of him.
Yeah, I'm focused right on him.
All right.
I'm kind of underneath, but still in the same general area.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna say one goes after one of the most obvious guys, which is Rupert being the most obvious paladin. Misses, and then one's gonna try to get to what's his face, Slick, and does a 22 hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That hits, unfortunately, yeah.
Yep. 4 damage.
Okay.
All right, and that will go to Slick's turn. What are you gonna do?
It's going to be a repeat of last turn, except hopefully I hit him this time. Okay, so I'm doing the flurries, so 4 attacks. First attack, I miss. Second attack, finally, I get a 27 to hit.
Yes, that does hit him.
And 11 damage.
11 damage. Let's see about this. Keep on hitting, brother. You're getting close.
And 26 to hit.
Yes, that does hit.
8 damage.
Almost there. Can you keep hitting?
Yep, got one more. And the last one, 18.
No.
So that one doesn't hit, but because one of my because my key, one of my flurry of blows hits, he has to do a dex save or get knocked prone.
Okay.
Versus 15.
17.
Okay, he made it.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
All right, and that goes on to Rupert, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Is he still standing?
Yes, he is.
Here we go. 2 attacks. Not dropping any spells on him right now. Boom. That one's going to miss. Next one. That one's going to miss as well. I'm going to go for the trip.
You have to make the save, right?
What?
You have to make a save.
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you choose.
What'd you roll?
I have a move over page. There we go. It's 15.
15. You trip him,
Sweet.
and that will head over to Torek.
I'll say that
Okay.
the first 2 attacks were just to distract him.
Okay, I will do because I get advantage since he's down again, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So here it goes. Okay. Does a 20 with advantage hit him?
No.
Okay.
You have
And
advantage, which means you roll again to try.
Yeah.
Two d20s.
the other one was the second hit was a 23.
Yes, just
22.
right on. 22? Or 23?
Yeah.
23?
So
Yes.
could I take that advantage? As you know, because you already.
Yeah, 23 is a hit.
Roll two
23.
d20s for the attack and choose the higher.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let's see there. Nope. Yeah, I don't get a hit because I miscalculated. It was a 18 on the die, so it was a 21 instead of a
21.
23.
Okay.
So
Okay.
sorry about that.
Wait,
Okay.
you rolled your attack as an 18 on the die, and you only added 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because in the Great Weapon Master, it only
Hold on.
gives me +3.
Right, but you also get to add your strength modifier, and you get to add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, he had +8, but he took a -5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
I just calculated as +3 in total, so
Okay, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I was like, ah. So in this action, if I could, I just hit the ground at each side of his head. I was like, yeah, yeah.
Yep, and you missed.
Big clang noise, but nothing to it.
Let's see here. So I believe that that does get us to his turn.
Yep.
Alrighty. He is going to try to get back up again and hit the nimble little monkey first sees, and he's going to hit with a base 19. I know that's going to hit.
On Rupert?
On well, if it was on Rupert, then it would hit anyway. But he sees the monk first, and he's going to swing at him, and he hits him with basically a 19 or 20. 21.
That hits.
Yeah. He's going to roll his hit with the new damage, and that's going to be a 9. And then he's going to take a second attack towards Rupert.
Okay.
And I just know that's going to miss. So he misses.
Okay.
Okay. If it's me up next, then I'm gonna just level my bow at the big bad, and try and use a little of my deception skills here. Basically, what I'm gonna say is, you need to just give up now, or we've about got you down. Please just call off your minions and get ready to go back into your grave. We've got more on the way. We've got about 20 men coming into this church in a matter of mere moments. So I suggest you just do what I want, or I'm going to have to kill you.
Alright, roll your deception.
Is that with advantage?
I'm going to say since he's near death, yes.
With advantage is a 31.
Wow.
He looks at you and he says, "All is lost." And the red light goes off and he just kind of topples over, and you just hear a massive thud of all these bodies just drop. All these zombies. And this source that controlled the zombies everywhere is down. So basically, you have done your job.
The final attack that killed him was with words.
Wow.
I was attacking him all wrong. He had a huge AC. I should have just been yelling at him.
That's right. I'm the wrong creature. If I would have waited just one more combat round.
Just for the hell of it, can I just slam my axe into him?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to go over to the body and try and find something that might prove who we went up against.
Like
Take
his
back.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you pick up his blade, and the red marks like that came from it, the red smoke or whatnot, like
Mhm.
ingrained into this fine, exquisite, ebony-looking sword, and it is definitely a artifact to behold of Brax's Rex's sword that you can take back.
So yeah.
I don't suppose anybody has like an identify spell.
Nah.
Oh yeah, the paladin's the only caster here.
Yep. I'm going to just do a basic knowledge check on it.
Alrighty.
Plus
Okay, and
it's a nice sword.
Hopefully it's not cursed since you just picked it up now.
It's knowledge arcana, right?
Oh yeah, for the bonuses.
23.
Oh, 23. Okay, so you know that this sword, the damage for it would be a D8, and then it is enchanted, so it gives him about +3 on attack rolls, and he is able to do that. You saw that attack he did where he was basically like a lightsaber, which would add a D6.
8.
A D6 to his attack,
Oh, okay.
to his damage.
So it's a D3 to attack or it's a 3 to attack, and then a D6 extra damage.
Yes.
Well, guys, since I did most of the work, I'll give y'all 20%. Split amongst y'all.
Yeah, the one you hid under the church pews. You hid from the zombies, and then you just tell this guy to fall over, and he falls over.
I say, all right, but I get to choose which 20% is mine.
and
Going off of my deception alone,
I just
I'm not going to do that.
I give like 15 back, just keep enough for food, so I don't need money. The wells
No,
sold
I was
me
talking
weekend.
about selling the sword. I was talking about your share of what the sword's worth.
Oh,
I'm just like, I don't
Yeah.
need money.
That's not the kind of sword you sell. That's the kind of sword you smack people with.
Oh, you want it?
Well,
That's the evil
We can strike up a deal.
this is a one shot, so it's not going to matter beyond tonight. But
No, it doesn't matter.
yes, I agree to your deal. I lied to him. He'll never know.
So, well, anywho, you guys basically get out. It is almost the crack of dawn, and I assume I'm gonna speed this up so that we can end it because it's late, guys. You go to town. You do what you did there. By the way, do you go and repay the guy your debt or no?
After I get paid, yes.
Yes. Okay, so you head to a merchant. You appraise it. No one else, you know, unless you want to go back to all the way to. Oh, you're talking about getting paid back at the guy, right?
Yeah.
You get taken. You back to the place. The guy sees the sword, is heavily impressed because this guy is like, dang, you took out like a very shocking guy. Except he's an orc, so he's like, oh, that was a good job. That kind of thing. Not trying to show too much impression. And pays you, and you guys do whatever you guys need to do. And I'm going to end it here because, oh my gosh, it is late, and I'm sorry.
Yep.
Well, that was probably the end of the campaign anyway. The big bad just got killed.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
That was actually pretty fun.
pretty good, man.
You think so?
Thanks for running it.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Thank you for running it.
for
Good
running.
game, man.
Boy, first time being a newbie DM is like a little bit tough, especially when you don't know the rules a little bit.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised the one time I rolled actually second one of the 2 times I rolled 20 is on a intelligence check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but I typed into the chat because I didn't want to interrupt the flow of things. I was thinking, he's read one book his whole life, and that was probably the one book he read was about these guys. He was so happy to finally be able to use that.
Oh my God.
I was just like, wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
How did y'all feel running with my character? I know this is kind of like after game stuff for after action report or whatever.
We can just do it here, the actor action here, because I think after this we need to go to bed, guys.
Okay. So yeah, what was it like running with Dirk?
I would want to know Dirk more because I know Jim as a player, and especially with this paladin character,
Mm-hmm.
I would want to know what you're like. I would want to spend a couple of games with him to figure out who you typically attack, how you attack, what your patterns are, who tends to get your attention first, just so I can make sure I'm up on them, giving you as much of a bonus as possible to always be able to nail them. So that basically, like, I would be up front, running from enemy to enemy, moving it around, keeping you just destroying them while I just keep them distracted.
Definitely. The only thing is when things happen, GM Viot goes down. Sometimes that's an unavoidable. Where like situations where I got attacked by the zombies, I was like, "How am I gonna get these 2 zombies off of me?" So that's why I did the whole. Well, I'm gonna try and lie my way out of this shit.
Yeah.
Yep, and it worked.
And
What about Jason? I'm curious as to what Jason and Jeremy had to say about Dirk.
Well, it was pretty much mostly a combat kind of game.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really have to like negotiate with anybody. So
Yeah, I wish I could have put more role play into it, but kind of running the first time I focused a little bit more on combat.
yeah, it's a one shot, so I'd expect it to be mostly like combat specific.
Yeah.
So as far as combat, you held up your end,
Yeah. The one place where I would have had a negotiation is I remember where I told you there was a force like at the front gate.
Mm-hmm.
I planned out like this underkeeper ghost that you had to negotiate to get into the place. But since you went around, I was like, dang, can't use that.
That's the bane of all DMs is players.
Yeah, I know.
To me, the Tort, he was more like, okay, you point me in the direction, I go fight. And he wasn't mostly like role playing, but he could be that sort of comedic role player
yeah.
that he can get it once on a blue moon. But if it wasn't a blue moon exact time, he wasn't getting it.
All right, coolio. So, any other final words?
I really liked Rupert when he came up with the idea to use the oil almost immediately after grabbing it, and it worked out quite well for us. I thought that was pretty damn badass, to be honest.
Oh gosh, I feel lucky. I just thought this can light on fire. I'm gonna keep some. Oh look, we have an option right now. I almost thought I wanted to throw it on one of the zombies that was further down, so they start hang all together, going put him out or something, and then maybe catching them all on fire.
Yeah, that would have been cool too.
I mean, or wow, we know this whole building has got this guy inside of it. How about we light it on fire? Maybe.
I've been in a game where that's happened.
Wow,
Oh, and there's a creepy mansion. Okay, we're gonna light it on fire. Cast some grease on it.
First room in statues, and the actual dude was underground, so it wouldn't even affected him anyway. If you did like
Those rubble would have collapsed.
Oh yeah.
He would have had a hell of a time getting out.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up in 4 hours.
Have fun.
So yeah, for all of us. All right, guys.
nice meeting all you guys.
Nice
Later,
meeting
everyone.
you. Great game tonight, guys.
As always, have a wonderful time gaming.
Yep.
All right.
See
See you
ya.
guys later. End of this session.
See you later.